the 5 movable forms. If you know your C and your A and your G and your E and your D. If you know those chords, then, and you know progressions that go around that, then by changing the different hammers, you can find those places to play again, and they all work really well. So I think that it embellishes the sound. I think what happens is that when people get to play it, which is the most important thing, people have fun. First of all, there is a little bit of a mind shift. There's a little bit of a paradigm shift where you play this way, and then because you're changing something, now you're going to change it just a little bit, and it changes a little bit, and it's a little bit of a switch. But it's not that hard a switch, and then what you get is this feeling and a sound that's very much embellished in a wonderful way.
Yeah, and inspirational.
And inspirational, because
right.
It's something that's not the same thing that, you know, we all get tired of doing the same thing. We go, oh, you know, or we see that somebody else plays those chords the same way, but does it differently or with different rhythms and different things like that. But this really gives you a much fuller, richer experience, and I call that the CapoSonic experience.
Yeah.
You can start with whatever level you are, and it will help you to get to the next level. And people who are advanced, that already know a lot of guitar things, then it becomes exponential. If you do know how to play, and you're sort of familiar with different aspects of the guitar and the different aspects of the guitar, how it's set up in terms of the neck, then people are able to just pick it right up and play with it, and through their ear and their manual dexterity, they're able to just pick it up and play it by ear, shall we say.
Yeah.
People want to have a unique sound. People want to have a dynamic that's different. They want to be individual, and they want something that sets them apart from everybody else's. And I think what this does is it allows individuality and a lot of creativity. And is it a big tool? Yes. And does it take a little bit? Yeah. You know, it takes a little while to get your mind around it. But quick story, I was having lunch with a couple of guys in New York, and so he comes in and says, okay, I got 10 minutes. I said, okay, great. And so, you know, I said, well, what if you're going to go home and play, what key do you oh, I like to start in E. I got a favorite song I like to play in E. I said, okay, so I dialed in so he could play in his fingerings of E. And so he starts to play, so he strums it, and he looks at me, and his eyes are kind of like, you know, like the dog in the headlight, deer in the headlight, or sort of the dog that kind of looks like this or whatever. And then he strums it again. And I said, no, just play like you normally do. And he said, okay. So he starts to play, and he went from the sort of a little bit of the to this grin from ear to ear. And it's like, and that's a standard reaction. What happens is when you get to play it, is when people start to say, wow, this is something different, this is something cool, this is something new, this is something really kind of unique and really special.
Right. The amazing thing is he didn't have to do anything different, but he got a totally different sound. And all of a sudden it woke him up and went, wow. It's an amazing tool, Ben. 6 hammers, endless possibilities. I guess what you said is 24,000 some odd, you know, possibilities of tuning, more than anybody's going to play around with. But and I guess if you started experimenting on top of open tunings, the mathematical possibilities are even more. But all that aside, it's just a great fun thing, and a good tool in a learning capacity, and from a compositional point of view, a great tool, and from a performance point of view, I would think a great tool also. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate your questions and your support and interest. It's wonderful, and I've been really enjoying it too. I mean, part of this whole thing for me is that it is fun to play, and I try to balance to have my fun playing it, and also all the things that it takes to bring it out to everybody.
Yeah, for everyone out there, check it out, and for the players and composers out there, go get a CapoSonic. You'll never regret it, and you'll be thanking Ben for years to come.